Hey guys, as always, thank you very much for joining me and welcome to my humble abode and welcome to my Star Wars or figure collection room tour slash update. Now, I can't believe it's been 2.5 years since I did the last collection video, March 2017. How time flies, it really scary. And here you go, down the back of the house. This is the collection room. I try and keep everything confined to this home office computer room slash collection room. So this is it, guys. I'll just give you a bit of a general overview of how the room is laid out, and then we'll take a closer look at the items in the collection. And I think we'll start off with this bookshelf over here, which is mostly 6-inch stuff. Black Series 6-inch figures mostly. But just on top of the bookshelf, simply because I have no room anywhere else, I've got a couple of vehicles. The Power of the Jedi, I think, Y-Wing. And I can't remember what line that tank is from, but that's a really cool vehicle as well. So, to the 6-inch figures, we've got Han and Greedo sitting on some 3D printed cantina chairs with a table in between. This is all episode A New Hope stuff, obviously, episode 4. A 3D printed power droid down the front, and then your standard Luke, Leia, C-3PO, Jawas, Sand People. Got the Luke X-Wing pilot, a few other bits and pieces. Then onto the next shelf, which is, mostly it's entirely Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi figures. I love that General Veers figure down the front with his armor on. It's one of my favourite Black Series figure. That Boba Fett is a knockoff. We've got the Bounty Hunters. There's Zuckuss. I'll give a few shout outs in this video. Zuckuss. Dave and Alex from the Hyperspace Vault sent that out to me. I couldn't find any in Australia at the time. I found some later on, but at the time I couldn't find any, so thanks to Dave and Alex. And then some Return of the Jedi figures. Got the latest Luke Return of the Jedi figure and the Emperor and his throne. I haven't done any videos on them yet. I'll try and get around to doing a video on those in the future. This shelf is there's a real bits and pieces actually. Rogue One, you can see Darth Maul down the front. Did have a knockoff of Darth Maul on display for quite some time, but I replaced him with the Archive Wave 2 version. Mandalorian, Off-World Jawa, lots of Stormtroopers. The Stormtrooper down the front that I custom weathered. Some Rebels figures. Really looking forward to getting Ezra and Chopper. Hopefully I get them soon. And then some prequel trilogy figures as well. Love that Mace Windu, Anakin from Archive Wave 2 as well. The next shelf is mostly vehicles. Let's see, poor old Vice Admiral Holdo hiding down the back there. Got Rey's speeder, Luke's land speeder, and down the back the I can't remember which convention that was from, but that was a convention exclusive. And then the Sand Trooper and Dewback. It's a pretty cool set. And in the back corner there's a 3D printed Death Star trash compactor sort of diorama piece. Next shelf is obviously not Star Wars. There's on the left there we've got the World of Warcraft Lich King. Down the back a bunch of Super 7 Masters of the Universe Filmation sort of classic recreation figures of the original vintage figures. A Fortnite figure there. I don't really collect any other Fortnite stuff, but that just looked insane. Looked like a cool figure. I had to pick that up. And then the NECA movie Ninja Turtles. They're really, really nice figures. And then just down the bottom a few books and DVDs and that sort of thing. I've actually got 2 copies. I don't know how this happened, but I ended up ordering 2 copies of Lords of the Sith. So I've got an brand spanking new unread copy there. So if I'll do a impromptu giveaway. So if anyone is interested in that Lords of the Sith novel, leave a comment down below and I'll do a giveaway on that. Okay, on this wall it's all 3 3/4 inch stuff, bunch of carded original vintage collection figures pinned against the wall there. Very nice. I only collect the Star Wars vintage carded stuff. I've got both versions of the Darth Vader there, Anakin and Darth Vader, original Gamorrean Guard. We've got the Wedge Antilles. Fantastic news we just received recently. We're getting a Black Series 6-inch wedge, so that's really cool. And then Aayla Secura, Return of the Jedi R2 with his drinks tray, and down here, a bit difficult to see. Can't quite get in that corner. Super Battle Droid. Another Padme. Prawn Face. That's a really nice figure, actually. Star Killer. A few expanded universe stuff, figures here. Darth Malgus. Imperial Naval Commander. We've got I love having these 3 figures next to each other: young Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. Really nice. Got a TIE Fighter pilot with a sticker on the car. I try not to collect Carter figures with stickers and that sort of thing, but I don't mind that one. The blue matches the blue on the card. Everyone's favourite, Jar Jar Stinks. It's actually not a horrible figure. A couple more Return of the Jedi figures down there. So on the shelves, the loose figures. Up at the start here on the left, we've got some, I guess you'd call them expanded universe figures, bits and pieces. That Republic Trooper on the front corner there, that's as purely as figures goes, that is probably one of the best figures in my collection. I got Dr. Aphra and the Murder Droids, thanks to Lewis in the United States, who sent them out to me. Thank you very much, Lewis. Appreciate that. Episode 1, some really cool figures there. Some of the original episode 1 line figures are they're not bad for 5POA figures. That C-3PO without the panels on is amazing. I think that has the most paint apps of any 3 3/4 inch figure, Star Wars figure anyway, I think. I'm not sure. I think I read that somewhere. Moving on to Attack of the Clones, few Jedi there. I love that guy. What's his name? Pablo Gil, I think is his name. Upside down face. I really love him. There's Fal Mudama at the back that I picked up recently. And a few clones. And then on to Revenge of the Sith. Down on the next shelf at the start, we've got Solo figures. What's her face on her swoop bike? I like that Mud Trooper. We need a super articulated Mud Trooper figure. That's actually the Han Solo figure. We need some super articulated Mud Troopers, I think. On to Rogue One, easily my favourite film of the Disney era. Squad of Death Troopers, Saw Gerrera, that's a really nice figure as well. Squad of Shore Troopers. Got the Rogue One, recently released vintage collection Rogue One Stormtrooper, absolutely brilliant. Admiral Raddus, really cool figure. Then moving on to A New Hope. Bunch of Cantina patrons. There's Pons Limbic that I picked up recently as well. Did a video on him recently. Got the Han Solo and Luke Stormtrooper figures. Unfortunately, they use the same body for that, so they're the same height. Luke should obviously be a little bit shorter. The new Luke X-Wing pilot, that's a really nice figure. Luke Ceremony. We've been getting a lot of Luke love recently on Empire Strikes Back. That Boba Fett at the front there is the vintage collection Boba Fett, and then I took the helmet off the 2-pack, the Boba Fett 2-pack with Bestman Han that we received recently, and popped that helmet on there. So I think the vintage collection helmet's a little bit undersized. On to the next shelf, Return of the Jedi. I love that Power of the Force 2 A-Wing, really nice vehicle. Jabba's Goons, you can see Bib Fortuna there. That's from Dave and Alex again at the Hyperspace Vault. Thanks guys for that, really appreciate that. You can see the Jabba's Palace playset in the background. A few Ewoks there. My Ewok collection is a little bit lacking, unfortunately. Need to pick some more of those up. There's Nine Numb, Rogue One's favourite character. And then this Emperor, even though it's only a 5 POA figure. Again, Lewis from the US sent me that out with the in the 3-pack. So thanks mate for that. And then on to Force Awakens and the Last Jedi figures. I haven't actually added any of the Rise of Skywalker figures to this collection yet. And then down on the ground we've got the Black Series AT-ST. I guess as it appeared in Rogue One, it's actually standing on its own, which is nice. Then we've got the big AT-AT. This is the Vintage Collection version, which I think is exactly the same as the Legacy Collection version. I do have an Endor version as well, but that's in the cupboard in the box. Don't have room to display that. Then the recently released Vintage Collection TIE Fighter. Again, thanks to Dave and Alex at the Hyperspace Vault for that. We've got the Geonosis Arena playset from I can't remember when. Even though it looks nothing like the Geonosis Arena in the movie, it's still a really fun piece. The Vintage Collection Slave 1. Elon Kenobi mentioned recently that he's looking for this. There it is. That's how it looks. It's a fantastic vehicle. I think then this is the Power of the Force. I think TIE Bomber and Revenge of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. Sorry, Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Then over on this wall, the computer desk, you can see a few 3 3/4 inch vehicles displayed, and then a bunch of other things in the cabinets. We've got the Legacy Collection Big Millennium Falcon. This is my favourite vehicle, 3 3/4 inch vehicle by far. Absolutely love that. Well, I wouldn't say by far, but I like it slightly better than the Sail Barge. Sail Barge is awesome though. So glad I picked that up. I still can't believe it arrived in one piece. What I had to go through to get that. I still can't believe it's actually sitting here on my computer desk. Now I've got 2 of these skiffs I wanted to display, one at either end of the Sail Barge, but unfortunately there's not enough room. But this one looks cool enough as it is. Up on top of the other cabinet we've got, this is a Saga version of the Republic gunship. Love these. I love these Republic gunships. They look amazing. And then the probe droid from, I can't remember, was it released last year or the year before? The 2-pack with Darth Vader. Then we've got a celebratory can of beer celebrating the Richmond Tigers AFL 2019 Premiership, sitting there on top of the speaker. This is I can't remember what line. I think it's a Saga as well. Luke's X-Wing, the one that came with the Dagobah moss, the swamp moss and all that sort of thing. Han Solo's speeder from Solo. Just trying to cram vehicles in wherever I can. I can't remember why that Comtech chip reader thing is there. Some more vehicles. Luke's Land Speeder, Episode 1 Naboo Fighter, and the Assault Tank from Rogue One, which is up there for sure in my favourite vehicles. Love that, with a couple of Rogue One Stormtroopers standing by. Now into the cabinet. Open the door without figures falling over. Originally I just wanted to put Hot Toys figures in these cabinets, but then I started getting into NECA, and these deserved to go in the cabinet, I think, to be displayed under the lights, even though I need to upgrade that lighting. It's a bit crappy at the moment, but so this top shelf is obviously all Predator stuff. Unmasked Jungle Hunter, City Hunter, Masked Jungle Hunter, and then a couple of AVP Predators at the back. Can't remember which is which. One's the Ancient Warrior and one's the Temple Guard. I always forget which is which. And then the Clan Leader Predator Throne, which is an amazing piece, cast in resin. Detail on that is amazing. On the next shelf, more NECA figures, and this is a bit of Terminators and Aliens. So we got Frosty down the front, just picked up that recently, and Vasquez. That's an amazing figure. Look at that with that, what do they call it, the smart gun or whatever it is. Terminator, we've got the T1000 from Terminator 2, and the T800. I think that might be a knockoff actually. I bought that on eBay. I've got to do some investigating into that. We've got the Terminator endoskeleton, Ripley in compression suit, Lambert, Kane, and Dallas in their compression suits from the original Alien movie. Then we've got the Power Loader. I did an unboxing video on that from Aliens. Check that out if you haven't seen that yet. It's an awesome piece. Prometheus engineering chair suit. Picked up that recently. And then an AVP Alien Warrior. I think that's what it's called. Down on the next shelf, we're onto the Hot Toys figures. We've got the Shore Trooper down the front. That's absolutely brilliant. One of the first Hot Toys figures I picked up. Death Trooper as well. That was an early one. That's the deluxe version, I think. Death Trooper Specialist or whatever it's called. And then that's actually Sideshow Rogue One TIE Fighter pilot. More Rogue One down on the bottom. We've got K2SO, really nice. We've got Jor-El. He was cut from the movie. Obviously, no, he wasn't in Rogue One, but I picked that up because it was on sale and got nowhere else to put it. We've got the deluxe version of Jin, and down the front we've got Chirrut Imwe. So over in the other cabinet, that's all Hot Toys in the other cabinet. Up the top we've got Obi-Wan, R2, and Princess Leia as she appeared on Hoth. The lighting really isn't doing these figures justice the way they're positioned and lit at the moment, but Hot Toys seems to nail a young Carrie Fisher, the likeness. I don't know, they always seem to get that right. The Obi-Wan looks great. That R2 is the Force Awakens version. Next shelf we've got two Boba Fett's and a Snowtrooper. Absolutely love the Snowtroopers, and the Hot Toys did a pretty good job with this guy. This is the Return of the Jedi version of Boba Fett. Really, really nice. He looks great. And the Empire Strikes Back version, which I think Hot Toys absolutely knocked it out of the park with this Empire Strikes Back version. Probably that's up there with my favourite Hot Toys figures for sure, although I love them all. Next shelf, and again the lighting isn't doing especially Tarkin justice. It's a really nice head sculpt. When lit properly it looks great. The Sand Trooper, that is awesome too. They nailed that original trilogy Stormtrooper / Sand Trooper armor, and then the Death Star Gunner. Pretty nice looking figure as well. Then down on the bottom of this cabinet we have Darth Vader and the Emperor. Again, the lighting isn't doing the Emperor's head sculpt justice here. It's a really nice figure. This is the Rogue One version of Darth Vader. I think that was the first Hot Toys figure I ever bought. And then, yeah, that was the deluxe version of the Emperor, so he came with his throne as well. And then on the last wall, more vintage carded figures. Underneath the window there, we've got the vintage original trilogy collection figures. Leia, Luke, Obi-Wan, Han Solo. Absolutely love that figure. We've got a C-3PO and a New Hope image on an Empire Strikes Back logo card. Vader's been superseded. Yoda's not bad. We need a new Lando for sure. Empire Strikes Back Lando. R2. We got a new Chewie recently. That Return of the Jedi Boba Fett in 3 3/4 inch form is awesome. That Stormtrooper's been superseded. This Biker Scout holds up till this day. Leia, we need a new indoor Leia. It's been re-released a million times. We've got a new upgraded version of that Bespin Luke. Bosk is awesome. IG-88, great figure. Snowtrooper's been re-released a million times. We just got a new version of that Luke X-Wing. Greedo looks cool. And then the Sand People figure is really nice. I love the fabric they use for the Sand People's robes. And then this last section is I've reserved for modern vintage carded figures. They've got the 3 Skiff Guard pack there. On this row we've got the standard release of Yak Face, known as Salt Marie, and then the one that came with the Sail Barge reused from the Jabba's playset. That Han Solo and Carbonite, that's the second one I've got. Thanks to Sci-Fi for that. He traded me for that so I could have one on display with the playset and keep one card. Thank you very much. I love those having those 2 Luke figures displayed next to each other, young Luke and old Luke, and then some more modern vintage collection card figures down the bottom. So there you go, guys. That is the collection room as it is at the moment. I think I say this every time I do a collection video. It's not the I've got a bit of space up there above the sail bars. If I had more star cases, I'd put more figures up there, but I've run out. Yeah, so it's not the biggest collection going around, and I really only collect action figures. I don't collect Lego. I don't collect all the other Star Wars bits and pieces that some people collect, and I just love action figures. So that is what I collect, and the associated vehicles. So there you go. Like I said before, I can't believe it's been 2.5 years since I did a collection room update. That really is scary. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave comments down below letting me know what you think of the collection, and yeah, Aussie collectors, make sure you check out outerrimcollectibles.com.au. Thanks for watching again, and may the force be with you.